Yes guys, welcome to a Basic Ball Group YouTube video. Please like, comment and subscribe. And today's video, we're at Leisure United and I've been seeing the most recent video, or at least the backlash or the responses, the comments, the opinions from the pre-season video where I told the players that they'd be having a match, but instead they got training, really intense training. So I'm here to kind of face that and address all of that today, to give you guys my perspective on all of it and why it's gone down the way it's gone down. So without further ado, I've got some questions asked to me, and I've also got some players with me from the program that also need to answer some questions on behalf of how they feel. And then after that, we'll do some responding to the internet's comments, hate and love. Okay, so without further ado, hit the subscribe button. I'm ready for my questioning. Why did I lie to the players and tell them they had a match? For the most part, to get them down. For the most part. I didn't need to. Could have just said this pre-season. But then I know for sure that would have affected the numbers that came. Now, I've seen some people say that it shouldn't really matter, right? Like, you want the players that are hungry, so tell them it's pre-season and they'll come down and they do the work. The ones that actually want it. And for the most part, you guys are 100% correct, so I don't even dispute that. However, I don't care. I want them all down, and I want them all to feel what that work feels like, whether they want to do it or not. Sometimes 100% is your choice, but at the same time, the players that come to me, the players that have committed to this program, they want something out of this program. The players that committed to this program committed to a lot of intensity, a lot of hard work, a lot of training. They committed to the betterment of themselves, the development. So I'm here to push that, and that's all I'm here to push. So when I do something like that, it's in their best interest. And I'm intrigued to also hear from some of them as far as how they found it and if they think it was purposeful, useful, beneficial for themselves.
Do you think it was actually fair to trick them into coming?
Fairness is out of the question when you're talking about a sport that isn't fair in general. To every pursuing footballer that's out there, I want to let you know that football will close the door on you as quick as you know it, as quicker than you can blink sometimes. And you might want a career, and that's your dream, that's your passion, it's what you want, it's your aim, your targets, your goals. However, this world at the highest level, this sport isn't just accepting anybody, and it's definitely not accepting everybody. So it's accepting those who are ready, whose body is ready, whose mind's ready, whose ability is ready. Everything about you as a footballer, as a man, as a person, has to be ready for this high level of football. So I'm preparing them for that. I don't regret that.
Were the players told beforehand that this could happen?
If any players tapped in with me, they weren't directly told that, oh, hey, by the way, as a part of this program, I might trick you, because it defeats the purpose, right? But any player who's been following me or has been directly involved with me knows that this is a regular theme. It's not the first time that I've done this. It's not going to be the last time. So this is your only warning that you get for future programs. This could happen. If you're around me or with me during the seasons of pre-season, it could go like this, and you could end up in pre-season hell because we care.
What if a player genuinely didn't want to do the session?
They were free to leave. They were free to leave. It wasn't by force to do the session. Nobody was forced to do the session. They just weren't going to have a match that day, which also isn't the end of the world. They were absolutely free to leave. And yeah, that's just really that. Obviously, them leaving will show me exactly what I need to see about their mindset and the mindset application, which I'm not going to lie, it does hurt me to say, especially seeing the new generations come in and knowing what football I grew up watching, what football I've been around, etc. There's been a massive mindset dip. And a lot of the legends, a lot of the pros, a lot of the anybody who's in this game, that works in this game, whether you're a scout, you're a footballer, you're a coach, you should be able to also tell and see that there's a massive mindset dip especially within grassroots football, the hard work that is actually required to get to where you need to go, guys are trying to do half, and it just doesn't make sense. That's not what makes the footballers. That's why so many footballers aren't coming out of the streets of London anymore. But then there are those who definitely are. Rio and Gurma, I watched him from a little boy. I always knew he was going to make it because from 10 years old, he was training with 16-year-olds. From a very young age, his brother James, big up James and East Soccer Base as well, special honourable mention, because they were the only ones in East London. And I can only speak about East London from what I've seen. I can speak about other areas where I've gone to spectate, but they were the only ones giving the players that real work, hard work, brutal, intense that they needed. Similar to the likes of Ray Jerome, hard work, brutal, intense, running. You have to be fit, you have to be an athlete, you have to be ready. Otherwise, the door's definitely going to shut. Like, absolutely, something I can guarantee, the door will shut.
Did you ever consider that some players are young and might not have appreciated being deceived?
Yeah, definitely did. I also care about what you would have appreciated, but I can also in the same breath say that I don't to a degree, because if you really know what you want out of this football, then you'd appreciate it nonetheless. It's adding to you. It's adding to your body, your power, your physicality, your conditioning, your movement, your speed, your agility. It's adding to all of that. If I'm trying to target these things for you and you're not trying to target it for yourself, then there's a problem here. But again, that's why you come to the program. That's why I didn't choose anywhere else.
Where do you draw the line between tough coaching and psychological manipulation?
That's a good question, Bobby. Where do I draw the line between tough coaching and psychological manipulation? Could you call what I done to the players psychological manipulation? I mean, sure, if you want to like look at it like that and label it that and things of that nature. Tough coaching, I wouldn't even call it that either. Call it a little bit of a skank, a sender, a shimmy. And yeah, really, that's pretty much my comment on that. I don't think it's as far as that, but I do it for them at the end of the day, not for me.
Would you do the exact same thing again?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to.
Were you more interested in making viral content than developing the players?
I couldn't care about the viral content. I never know what content's going to go viral or not nowadays. Obviously, I'm in a new age, new time, new world of media, socials, posting. Content is on an all-time high right now. So naturally, as a part of Basic Ball Group, the brand, the business, the community, we've got a lot of cameras showing everything. So clips just go out. Sometimes it's not even clips that I post. So definitely couldn't care less about the views. I've been doing this way before I put a camera in front. In fact, I've been doing this, recording it, documenting it in a time where social media wasn't what it was today. That's why I have the evidence to kind of show. But yeah, honestly couldn't give two donkeys about going viral.
Did you actually care about the players' welfare, or was this just entertainment?
It's not entertainment. If people are entertained by what I put out, sure, fine, thanks. And I appreciate all of the people liking, commenting, subscribing, following the journey. But what we do is not for entertainment. These aren't skits. These aren't planned. These are real people, real players, real emotions, real feelings, real missions, real goals, real targets to hit. I'm somebody that if I set a target, I definitely want to achieve it. If not, then 100,000% the next best thing. So, of course, if we're talking about welfare, yeah, all of the players were safe. All of the players were looked after. They were given suitable breaks, water breaks. Obviously, it's very, very hot as well. So definitely care about their welfare. Their welfare is not really in question with this type of a stunt that I've pulled. But yeah, it's not for entertainment at all.
What would you say to a parent who says, my child was promised a football match and you put them through hell instead?
You're welcome. Happy to work with you. You want the best for your child. If you do, I'm here. If you don't, pull your child out of the program, please. Because again, the door will close. When it closes, there's no regrets. There's no, no looking back at anything that you could have done differently. That's the last thing. No sorry excuses. I don't take sorry excuses. If the door shuts on you, it's because you gave it your all and it just wasn't meant to be, and maybe you found your path somewhere else. Otherwise, put in the work that's actually going to get you in the door and keep you in the door, so that you can close it behind you and lock it, throw away the key, give yourself a career in football.
What was the actual purpose of pre-season hell?
Okay, as simple as that. Conditioning their mind, their bodies, giving them the tools, exposing them to this level of work so that it's not a shock to them when they have to do the hard, long runs on the pitch, when they have to put in the effort and make the box and make the other box and make the box again. When it comes to things like that, when the distance that you cover and travel on the pitch matters, what are your numbers like? What are you showing? What's your productivity? What are you doing? How active are you on the pitch? There's a lot of passengers in today's time, and I see them all the time on the pitch, hiding, timid, no voice, no movement, no urgency to get on the ball, no work rate in getting back and winning the ball, retaining the ball for the team. I see them everywhere. I deal a lot with grassroots football as much as I deal with professional footballers, so I know the difference. So yeah.
How does running through a forest make someone a better footballer?
It's not just running through a forest. It was a set distance that they needed to complete in good time, which for the most part a lot of them did, and they were tracked. It's agility things that they're doing. It's the sprints, it's the strength and conditioning. It's not just a forest run, which it might look like, or maybe it's promoted as that. I don't know. Whatever the internet is seeing, is whatever clips you're seeing can't even equate to the amount of work the boys really put in on the day. Okay, so I just want everyone to understand that as well. Yeah.
What were you actually trying to develop? Fitness, mentality, resilience, or all three?
All three, plus some. So there's a lot of things that we targeted that day. Yes, your fitness, your conditioning, your mentality, your strength, your attitude, like you said, resilience. Yes, your resilience as well. A lot of things that we were targeting that's going to help contribute towards how you perform as an athlete, not just as a footballer, how you move on the pitch. Needless to talk about what you can do with the ball at your feet, which we're always developing every week as well.
What would a professional academy actually train players like this?
Oh yeah, worse actually. Worse, much worse. And then they do that pre-season hell that day, then they do it again the next day. Then they maybe have a rest day or a break, then they do it again and maybe recover, and then maybe a match that week, and then they do it again. We try to replicate the academy system as best as possible as far as a disciplined routine for the players, high intensity, high work rate, good structure, etc. However, without the financial backing of the FA or what these Premier League teams have or other clubs, etc., professional clubs have, we can only do what we can. But I can assure you, if you were to do pre-season with a club, it will be 10 times worse than pre-season hell what we had done.
Was the session designed by someone qualified to create this type of physical training?
I'm qualified. I've also taken tips from other qualified coaches in my time that I've worked with, that have coached me, etc. So everything that I'm doing, that I'm showing them, is from experience to help them.
How did you make sure the players weren't pushed beyond what was safe?
Again, suitable breaks in the conditions that we were met with. Very, very hot that day. Suitable time to relax, taking walks, drinking a lot of water, so good water intake that day as well. And just, yeah, really and truly, the suitable breaks is what managed all of that.
Are BBG players being used for content?
Definitely not. For the most part, they don't make the clips that go out. Obviously, they're in the background, etc. They're training, they're working hard, but content's just a part of a movement. There's players that have conversations about every single day that the internet will never see, because the industry doesn't really allow or like me promoting that too much. Okay, so I have to be careful as well. Certain things that I put out on the internet in regards to player trials, player information, things of that nature and so forth. But definitely not being used for. I couldn't care less about the content or going viral, etc. We're putting in the work in real life, for real. We can just show it.
Do scouts actually take BBG seriously, or is it just social media?
BBG is taken seriously on a widespread by a lot of clubs that I speak to, liaise with, speak to about players, pushing players in. They come, you see them for yourselves. From what we've been able to show on the internet, they spectate our games, they give feedback, they're interested in players going on trial. It's just, we also want the ones that seal the deal, sign the contract.
With Would you rather have 1 million views or one player actually get an opportunity?
I sacrifice as many million views as I can get for every player going in. If 1 million views today means one player gets signed, I'm choosing the player that gets signed. If 2 million views means another, I'm choosing that until I get 100 players signed. Yeah, that has served me more than 1 million.
What's the difference between BBG and every other football academy posting training clips online?
The difference between BBG and every other, you know what you're getting with BBG, and sometimes you might not. However, for us, it's just true hard work. It's no sorry excuses. It's an exposure platform. It's the opportunities that you get, that you can get being here. However, it's also not for everybody. What separates us, we're our own platform. We're not a showcase team. We're not a squad. We're not in a league. We're not anything of that nature. We're a community. So I think it makes all the difference when you're growing and building a community as a brand, rather than just, a football team or a showcase team, which I still get very much involved with showcase football and putting on games for the boys. But we're a community that offers a program where the players can actually develop, train, learn, improve, and get an exposure opportunity.
After all the backlash, do you regret it?
Nah, bring more. Bring more. I'm here. I'm prepared, waiting for it. All right, guys, you've heard enough from me. Those are my true, honest thoughts. None of this was scripted or written out. Now I'm going to invite some players who were there at pre-season hell. They're very much involved with BBG in the program and have been for the past couple months. So they're going to provide their own insight. And just for reassurance sake, they can hear me right now. I've not advised them to say anything. I've rarely spoken to them today, besides greeting them, saying hello. So everything that you hear, the answers that you hear, are all from their own POV. Without further ado, Morgan Stone.
All right, my name's Stone Gold. I've seen Ryan's program on Instagram. Saw he's been doing good things, and I said, why not? Let me give it a try. So I come down. To be honest, I actually enjoyed myself, man. The last couple of months, intense training, feedback. I'm getting taught a lot of things I don't know yet. But overall, I'm actually enjoying myself, man, and learning new things day by day.
When you first found out that there was no match, what was your immediate reaction?
God, I just started laughing, I'd be so real.
Okay. What was you thinking in your head?
Well, at first I was like, man, like, I wouldn't say I was annoyed, but at least I was gonna do something either way. Like, cool, there was no match, but at least we're doing something. Because to be honest, I wasn't doing nothing that day anyways. Like, I still come to do something.
Okay. I just want to remind you,
Yeah.
I want you to be as open and honest as possible.
Yeah, I'm being serious, yeah.
Be honest,
Yeah.
Did you feel betrayed when you realised we tricked you?
Well, to be honest, I was a bit. At first, because I left my running shoes at home, I was like, I didn't bring my running shoes. I was like, this is quite annoying. But I had my boots, I was like, cool, I can work with it. Yeah, besides that, no, not really.
And you ran on grass as well.
Yeah.
So, at any point during the session, did you genuinely think, why on earth did I come here?
Nah.
Okay. Do you think that I went too far by tricking you into coming?
No, not really. I don't think that.
What did you think?
To me, it was training, because even when I got back home, and I told my older brother, like, yeah, my coach tricked us, saying we had a match, but it was training instead. It was like Hell Week. He's like, my coach did the same thing to me back in the days. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, he started laughing, funny enough.
Oh.
So yeah, man.
That's good. How old is your brother now?
He's like older than 20, I'll be so real. I think he's like, what, 26, 28?
What's his name?
Dennis.
Big up Dennis. And not last question, but before the break, if you were told beforehand exactly what the session was going to be, would you have still turned up?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Smile if you want me. Morgan Jewers, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. And you?
Good. Youngest player on the program, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
How you been finding the program so far?
To be fair, I've actually been enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so far, like, it's been pretty good and everything. Like, I've witnessed a lot of things happening, like, what I've never happened previously in my career. Like, I've been introduced to, like men's football and, like, almost people turning men. So, like, I felt it competitive and, like, I've enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay. How do you think you fit in with the group? How are they looking after you and whatnot?
I think it's good. Like, one player, I think it's Kato. I remember when it was his first session there, and it was my second one there. And I remember he just kept annoying me, stepping on my foot, like pushing me. But I actually loved it. It made me just work harder. I wanted to just, like, when I have the ball, just to do him with it. Yeah.
Legend. That's the mindset. Looking back now, yeah, Morgan, do you think that pre-season session actually benefits you as a footballer?
Yeah, I actually think it did.
Okay. Why?
Pardon?
Why?
Oh, because I felt like normally, like, if we were like told, if we were like if we were told to do this, I don't think we would have. And I think since we did it, we were able. Can you ask the question again, please?
Okay, yeah, sure. Looking back now, do you think the session actually benefits you as a footballer? And
Yeah,
why?
because a lot of people there needed to work on things, including myself, like stamina, agility. Everyone has their separate problems and what they need to work on. So I felt like that session alone just, like, helped us overall and, like, wanted us. And after that, for me, it made me want to work harder because I saw how athletic some of these guys were, and like, I wanted to be the best, of course. So yeah.
Top man. What do you think you developed most that day? Fitness, strength, mentality, resilience, something else, or all of it?
I think the two main ones were strength and resilience. Because, like, I saw some guys, like, a bit like giving up. I saw it in their face, so I just tried to motivate them, and, like, I would motivate myself as well. So, but also strength. I did have to carry a guy who weighed like 70 kg, double my age. So yeah, I feel like that helped a bit as well.
That was when you were doing running up the hill, yeah?
Yeah.
Top man. Did the session change the way that you approach difficult training now?
I felt like I've always approached difficult training in a good way. I mean, other people might not think so, but I feel like I've always had a good response to difficult training.
Good, good. So if another BBG player asked you, should I come to pre-season next time, what would you tell them?
Yeah, of course. It'll help you get better and everything. Like, if you don't come, it just shows you're not a serious player, isn't it?
Knowing what you know now, would you rather Ryan tell you the truth beforehand, or would you choose the experience to surprise it? Would you choose the experience as a surprise again?
To be fair, I couldn't care less, because as long as I'm getting better at the running, I don't mind. You can tell me the truth, you can tell me a lie, I'm still going to be there, so yeah.
You're a legend. You're a legend. You're going to go far. Remember, keep this mindset.
Yeah.
This mentality, work hard, improving every single day. Morgan, and you're young. There's a lot of 14-year-olds that can be watching this from home. You do a lot of work, and you're committed, you attend things. So keep that going, definitely. We'll see how that goes. Morgan, I'm going to ask you the first 5 questions here before I give it back to Stone.
Yeah.
When you first found out that there was no match, what was your immediate reaction?
To be fair, just like how Stone answered it, I was just bare laughing. You can recheck the clips again. I was not serious. Like, I was okay with it, but, like, it's just a state of shock, because I just saw people like Nathaniel, and I think his name is Jaden, is creasing up and, like, getting all mad and stuff. So it just made me funny, to be fair, because I couldn't care less.
I understand. And did you feel betrayed when you realised that I tricked you?
No, not really.
Okay, how did you feel?
To be fair, I felt, like, happy, I guess, but I did feel a bit like, not the word betrayed, but, like, I could have bought my stuff, because, like, I got new running shoes for my birthday, so, like, if I didn't know beforehand, I could have got to test them. So yeah.
No worries. I'll let you lot know when we're doing proper pre-season next
Yeah.
time. Don't worry, no more surprises for the rest of the program.
Yeah.
You think I went too far by tricking you into coming?
Nah, not all, because you have to do what has to. You have to do what needs to be done, obviously. So yeah, because I know most of the guys would have not came if they knew it was pre-season training.
Yeah. So which brings me on to my next question. I
Yeah.
think I already know how you're going to answer it, but if you were told beforehand exactly what the session was going to be, would you have still turned up?
Yeah, definitely.
Stone, your next set of questions. Looking back now, do you think the session actually benefits you as a footballer?
Yeah, I would agree to that, yeah.
Why?
Because as much as I want to kick ball and do matches and all that, but it's more than that, just kicking ball. Your fitness, your mindset, it all comes to part. Like, yeah, you can be good with the ball and that, but your fitness-wise, got to be improving, man. Mentally-wise, it all comes to part, man.
So what do you think you developed most that day? Your fitness, strength, mentality, resilience, something else, or all of it?
That day, it had to be my mindset.
Okay.
Because even running, I felt too tired, man. Like, just running in that heat, sweating. I wanted to stop, but I was like, I got to keep on going. I was trying to get first place, funny enough. But Nathaniel was ahead of me. I thought, I was trying my hardest, but I didn't get first place, but next time. But hey, that kept me going though, man. Yeah.
That's good. You have good competition within that group as well. Did the session change the way that you approach difficult training now?
What do you mean by that?
Like, how did you feel after that session? Did you learn anything new about yourself, or like, what's your
Yeah. No, I definitely learned something. I need to get my fitness to more elite, man. Because when I'm getting told that top pro academies do this on a daily basis, I'm like, rah, I got to up my game a bit more, man. Even that, it took me a long time to recover as well. I'm like, just got to keep going, man.
I think you broke a barrier that day.
Yeah.
When you try and put in that work again, it's going to feel lighter. You're going to feel like your body can fly through it.
Yeah.
We pushed you lot hard that day. How would you actually rate that session, like, as far as how hard we pushed you?
I pushed myself quite hard that session.
Yeah.
Even surprised that I was even surprised I kept on going, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
it would be surprising. You can't stop, you don't want to quit, you don't want to
Yeah, 100%.
So you're always going to surprise yourself the moment you choose to apply yourself and actually take it further and, like, you know what, I need to put my body through this so that I can improve. Break those mental barriers, those pain barriers, the fitness barriers, and then we're at a new improved point.
Yeah.
So that's good. So if another BBG player asked you, should I come to pre-season hell next time, what would you tell them?
Calm down, man.
Yeah.
You gotta sacrifice some things, man. As I said, man, it's not just about ball, man.
100%. So knowing what you know now, would you rather I told you the truth beforehand, or would you choose to experience the surprise again? Like, did that play an effect for you?
At the same time, I didn't. At the same time, then again, to be honest, man, I didn't really care, to be honest, man. Like, surprise, because then again, I like surprises, man. Yeah, man, I say the more, yeah, just keep it as that. I like surprises, man.
And it helps with, like, kind of just going straight into it, right? Like, the surprise was there. You didn't know you was going to be doing this. Yes, it benefits you, and yes, you probably 100% should be doing it.
Yeah.
If you were told that it was going to happen, you have the option to kind of be like,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which I understand, but, like, you lot have committed to the program, so it's a part of the program that you're going to be exposed to these things. Your body's going to be pushed, and I think everyone deserves to have that, not just players that want to. You lot are all committed, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all good. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for what you've shared today. Appreciate it. You guys can now go. I'm now going to address some comments, that I've seen online. Not too many of them, just enough of them. And I'll give you my response. How many should I respond to? 10? Randomize, select the first comment, the look on his face when he said that. Okay. Yo, I wish I was there. Sure. How can someone join, and do you have to be in the UK? Okay. Someone said you're a bad guy. Thank you, Kyra or Kira. Still out of pocket to tell them to come because they have a match, then just lie. Sure, if you feel like that. Them man was shook. This one is boot camp. It really is boot camp, 100%. attitude is a big part of why a lot of these kids won't kick a ball at a decent level. Factually, I agree. You are very right, but it's the lying, mate. That's what they're saying isn't right. Sure. I understand the nature behind that way of thinking. Sure. That's all I really have to say about that. Yeah, I agree, but people wouldn't have went if they knew it was running and not a game. Also very, very true, which, like, factually, I want to say I believe that. And because everyone's committed the same thing towards being on this program, they are 100% going to be involved in doing the running. So that's why such a thing would occur. Yes, I agree, but I promise you, if he said he's running, not many people will turn up fine. If you're trying to go pro, this is so normal. Defo character building to serious gaffer right here. Okay, there's people that definitely appreciate it. There's people that think otherwise. Some of these are responses to comments that I can't see right now. I understand that they've been lied to, but the hunger is the most important part of the game. Gotta train out your head. What? I understand they've been lied to, but the hunger is the most important part. No game, fine, train out your head down and work. Yeah, they didn't use correct Oxford English in this comment, but from what I can see, get your head down and work. I understand they've been lied to, but the hunger is the most important part of the game, which I agree with. Other people saying, yes, Jaden, etc., etc. How much for the program? 1 game a month. Okay, let me explain something to you guys, yeah, about the program and what we offer and everything that they get as well, so that it's all here in one video and you don't need to second guess. Because I've seen some comments, 1 game a month, what's that about? Sure. Or every single player that's with me, they play for an external team, okay? Meaning they're getting minutes elsewhere, they're getting training elsewhere. We are not a club. We are a community, an exposure scouting platform, okay? It's where you come to get that extra, it's where you come to increase your luck factor in football and get that extra push. Development, yes, so we train every single week. That's a part of being on the program. You can be in basic ball group and not on the program, okay? So yes, you train every single week, 4 weeks. You also get 1 match a month within that, being part of the program. That's so that we can develop you. At least I can have a good 4 weeks with you to develop and nurture you to a certain standard or a certain mindset where I can trust to put you on my pitch. And 4 weeks ain't even enough, is the reality, do you know? So there's that. So they get the 1 match a month. They get weekly progress tracking. So that's me giving them feedback about where I think they're at every single week. And they all come to me in a line almost and ask for that feedback. They also get group coaching calls. So that's online from home. We help them with their clips and putting the right things into their clips, knowing how to structure it, how long it should be, what music to put in the background, etc., to help them with their football profile. Speaking of profile, we help them with their CV, okay, their CV and profiling in that sense. So giving them the right tools, giving them the right information, the right prompts to fill out a strong CV, and also giving them a reference as their coach. And that's just for them to help them go into the football world and do good things, really and truly, and actually have a presentable CV and highlight reel alongside all of the hard work that they're putting into the program. That 1 game a month that they get is with guaranteed scout exposure. So I'm not going to put the game on unless I know a scout's coming. Whether it's 1 scout, 2, 3, 4. We've had 5 at a game at once. We've had 4 at the last game that we came to. So the boys are being seen and they're getting exactly what they bargained for in that sense. So that's the program, and to be honest, there's lots more as well. I mean, we give them free informational guides. We gave them the app that we've built, Scout Ready, for free, which builds their diet and nutrition plan. We also help them with their diet and nutrition plan, which also builds their training schedule and regime. So anything from stretches to your whole drill, fitness, running, group training, solo sessions, private work that you want to do, the app will help structure your whole drills in according to plan with that. So the app also gives you feedback. It's a 30-day app. meaning you can reset it after 30 days and use it for a lifetime. So you can constantly track yourself and get feedback as if you're getting feedback from me. The app holds you accountable and it requires you to check in every single day. So that's just the app that's also been thrown in as a part of the program. Plus they get free entry into our next big event. So they're getting a lot out of what we're doing for them. And yeah, that's just to provide more clarity on what the program is, because I've seen the comments, 1 game a month, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to offer them a game every single week because some of them are committed elsewhere. Plus, I'm still trying to put them into the next club, so I'll offer them a game every single week. Suddenly, they can't make my games or they can't make their club's games, and that's not beneficial for anybody. Plus, I want to guarantee scout exposure, so that's there for them as well. But yeah, that's been today's video, really. Anything else to add, Mike? No? Anything else to plug? Look out for the big stage event, okay? We've got 1,000 players coming to a venue where we're going to cut down the numbers from 1,000 right down to the last strongest 30 or 40 players that we're then going to put together, play them in some high-level fixtures, whether that be against an academy or against a respected club, or against themselves, with scouts exposure, with eyes on them, with the hopes of obviously getting boys seen. And if you want to talk about how are the boys being seen, in the last 2-3 months of this program that's been currently ongoing, I've had Olympique Marseille, Everton, Burnley, Blackpool, Accrington Stanley, Wrexham, Leyton Orient, West Ham. Come and watch my boys. This is just in the last 2 months, okay? And again, getting a club down like Marseille, who are actively looking to buy, they're playing the highest level French European football. It's a good stage for the boys. Getting clubs like Wrexham down, where it's lower league, Everton, where it's highest league, it's a good kind of balance for the boys to be seen and to perform and do something. If nothing comes out of it for you, it just wasn't your time. But then also understand, every footballer out there, the process of getting scouted to then becoming a signed footballer is not a quick process. In fact, there's a massive gap in between where you have to be consistently working, improving, becoming better, so that when it is time for you to get signed, or when it is time for that decision to be made, they're not second guessing, they're looking at you as a serious footballer. And then we have the alumni, we have the boys that have come through Basic Ball Group, they've experienced all of this already, they've been in the pre-season hell, they've been in the program, they've trained weekly, they've played matches with me monthly, who are now on professional or scholarship contracts. Those boys exist today. I think you boys know the names of those boys. If you don't, you might do something with them in the future where they can feed back their experience as well. But I don't think I need to say more than that. Proof's in the pudding. We're documenting everything. You're going to see. That's Basic Ball Group over and out. Please like, comment and subscribe. Okay. Share this to your friends. Share this to a serious footballer who just maybe needs to lock in and take football all that more seriously. We're doing a lot of stuff on social, so go follow all the socials on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and so forth. And then we'll see you next video.